Hello, welcome to Palmetto Happenings with Cobi. My name is Cobi Williams, the host of the show. The show is all about economic development, workforce development, commercial real estate, and tourism within the Palmetto State. Today's guest is Miss Anna Strickland from Santee Cooper. She is the local government and economic development representative for the company. How are you doing today, Anna?
I'm doing well, Cobi. Thank you for having me on today.
Absolutely.
All right. So my name is Anna Strickland. Like you said, the local government and economic development representative for Santee Cooper in the Horry County area. So I'm originally from Horry County, moved to North Carolina to do school and to go to college, and I ended up teaching in North Carolina. So I taught history and government and economics. About 7 years ago, I decided I wanted to move back to Horry County to be close to my family. And so I took a job at Santee Cooper doing educational programs and community outreach. And through those relationships I built, I just kind of went into local government relations and just recently took on economic development as well. So it's been a lot. I've been learning a lot. It's been very exciting, and Horry County is a great place to learn about economic development because it
Absolutely.
is growing.
Oh, 100%. We're like one of the fastest growing regions in the United States. It's crazy. Give our viewers a little primer on Santee Cooper.
All right. So Santee Cooper is the state-owned electric and water utility. We're formerly known as the South Carolina Public Service Authority. We were created by state legislation in 1934 as part of that rural electrification and public works project during the New Deal era. Um, we generated our first electricity February 1942, and we are now the state's largest power provider.
Tell us some recent projects that y'all have completed that that are most notable.
All right, so this past year, 2022, has been a huge year for South Carolina as a whole. And so we have been working alongside other economic development partners, and we have just hit a record year for this state. So for the past year, Santee Cooper and the electric co-ops have helped bring in more than $4.9 billion in announced investment and nearly 3,500 announced jobs to the state.
Wow. Wow, that is awesome. You say that you guys were really busy this past year. I mean, especially so. I mean, people want to move here. People want to live here. People want to work here. Shop, eat, live. South Carolina is a slogan I like to say. What are your thoughts? On what makes South Carolina an attractive place to um, live and invest in?
So it's like you said, South Carolina is a place where people want to live. And because they want to live here, this is also where they want to build and expand their businesses as well. And so the state has done a really good job, along with a lot of local municipals and counties, of building incentive packages to really attract these companies to invest in South Carolina.
What kind of opportunities do you think exist here in the Palmetto State that are unique to the point that make us give us an advantage on the global economy?
That's a great question. So South Carolina is a rising star when
Hmm.
it comes to the global radar for economic development. National and international companies are attracted to the state. Um, and South Carolina is making a reputation for itself of being hospitable, being that business friendly state. And we're really seeing that in a lot of our meetings when it comes to economic development and talking to different companies. And what makes South Carolina great is, first off, we got a great climate. And you can come here and enjoy all kinds of natural features and ecosystems, everything from the beach to the mountains and everything in between. And believe it or not, we're actually a 2-day drive within 2/3 of the US population, which is a big deal to a lot of people. Um, we got a great low cost living here. We have reliable and affordable power. Our industrial electric rates are 14% lower than the national average.
Wow.
So, yeah, that's a big deal because when companies come in and look at states or look at a certain area, one of the biggest decision factors is electricity. That's one of your biggest bills. So
Hmm.
that's a big deal to be able to offer not only low cost power, but is it reliable? Do these businesses know they can stay up and running?
Hmm.
And that's a reputation that Santee Cooper and the electric co-ops have really provided to the state, and we're proud about that. The state is making great strides forward about sustainable operations and finding that balance between environmental stewardship and economic development. So a lot of great state initiatives going towards that. And also the state is making notable investments in not only creating a workforce pipeline and
Hmm.
investing in education,
Yeah.
but upskilling the current workforce
Hmm.
in order to match the needs of these industries, not only that are already in the state in
Hmm.
need of workforce, but industries that are interested in moving to the state as well.
What is something that would that South Carolina currently isn't doing that, or the Horry County region, the region that the Santee Cooper services, what are some opportunities that are not being used or taken advantage of, that should be used in the future that would make us more on a strengthen our economy more.
Yeah, that's a great question. So I think our local governments and state governments are doing a great job at addressing
Hmm.
those shortfalls that we have. They're really kind of looking at a way for us to address things such as, more interstate access. Like I brought up, they are addressing the workforce
Hmm.
shortage, which I think the nation's experiencing as a whole.
Hmm.
Um, and then also just providing those opportunities and amenities that the people want.
Hmm.
So, in order to have a workforce, in order to bring in those industries, do you have an established area where people want to live?
Hmm.
And I think that South Carolina is doing a great job at addressing everything that they feel they need to work on, and they have a game plan and they're going for it, and we're going to see some great results.
So, is there anything that you want the viewers to know that's going on in the future for Santee Cooper? Anything else you want us to know?
Santee Cooper is just going to stay steadfast with economic development. Our mission is to improve the quality of life for the
Hmm.
residents of South Carolina, and we feel that economic development plays a huge role in that. We're here to support economic development in the state through joint efforts with the state electric co-ops, our municipal customers, the South Carolina Power Team, and other economic entities in our region. And we do this through our initiatives, through our loans and grant programs, and really just being Team South Carolina and attracting businesses um, the best we can with what we have to offer, and that's reliable and affordable power.
Thank you for watching and have a good day. Thank you.
Thank you.